Hello and welcome to my channel. Darren's Villaging and More presents Department 56 item Candles by the Doorstep. Introduced in 1991 and retired in 1994 and still readily available on secondary markets in 2025. Come join me as I reimagine these for my Christmas village. Welcome to the bench. Let's take a look at these Department 56 Candles by the Doorstep. So these are some pretty basic pieces that if you are familiar with Christmas villaging, I'm sure you've seen them once or twice. They have been around forever. I actually had a set of these as a child, so let's work on breaking these down. Looking around the candles themselves, we definitely have a sticker on the bottom, so let's go ahead and pull that back and see what we've got. Okay, just some sticky goo in our wires going up through the base of the candle. So, looking at the side of the candle, we can actually see that this green part is a base that the center column of the candle slides onto. So, I'm going to go ahead and start removing that with a hairdryer. Using high heat on my hairdryer, I'll heat the base of the candle up for about 15 to 30 seconds, after which point I'll just simply wiggle the base free. Now, this step actually isn't necessary completely unless you are planning to do something with the center column of the candle. In this video, I'm not. Today, we're only going to be changing the LED in the actual top of the candle itself. But I'm going to go ahead and demonstrate this to you, so should you need to break this down this far, you can. So as you can see, just a little wiggle, and it comes right off. With this freed up, we can definitely allow excess wire through the candle, but I need to get the top of the candle off, and looking around, there are no glue marks. This was done very well, especially for 1991. So what I'm going to do is just make sure I have enough play up to allow the wires through the base, and then I'm going to heat the top of the candle. Given that there are no glue marks around the top of the candle, I can only assume that there is some form of epoxy in play. Considering the age of these, I'm not going to be too concerned with it not coming loose, because epoxy with plastic usually creates a very strong bond. However, over time that bond does weaken. So I'm just simply heating this up, going around, and then I'm going to just wiggle the top of the candle back and forth to see if it will come off. And with a little bit of pressure, it's off. Now the LED can be pulled directly through the candle to be replaced. Let's take a quick look at the LED replacement for this project. Here we have an amber flickering LED that I'll be using for the replacement LEDs in this project to give these candles a more modern look and bring them into the 21st century. The more flickering or dynamic effect I can give to any village that I'm doing, whether it be Halloween or Christmas, the more alive it becomes, and this is going to be a great first step forward. So let's take a quick look at the math and calculate for resistance for these LEDs. Let's calculate for resistance using a 3-volt power source and a 2-volt LED. 3 volts minus 2 volt is 1 volt. 1 volt divided by 0.02 amps is 50 ohms. I'll be using a 1/4 watt 68 ohm plus or minus 5% resistor for this project. Let's swap out those LEDs. I've gone ahead and soldered the LEDs with their resistors and applied heat shrink. The original LEDs have been extended from the candle and I've snipped off the old LED. Right now I'm going to be testing for polarity, and once that is determined, I will start making my solder connections. I'm going to place a small piece of heat shrink on each wire before making the solder connections. These will be later used to cover the solder points. When making the solder connections for the LED, it's going to be important to do it in an offset fashion. For the anode or positive side, I am doing this as close to the resistor as possible. And I'll snip off the excess, then slide the heat shrink up, and use my lighter to secure in place. As for the cathode or negative side, you can see I'm doing it as far down as possible. The reason for doing the offset soldering configuration is so that everything fits through the opening in the top of the candle and into the center column. If both solder connections were done in the same location, it would be too wide to fit into the top of the candle. Remember, we want to hide all of our connections and our resistor into the center of the candle. I'll repeat this step for the remainder of the candles. However, let's go ahead and attach the top using a dab of low-temp hot glue and simply placing the candle on top. Now let's see our final reveal. And here they are, our Department 56 Candles by the Doorstep Reimagined. I'm very happy with how these turned out, and as a piece that has been around since the early 90s, this just brings back so many wonderful and fond memories of my childhood villaging with my mom. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give this a 9 for a difficulty rating. This was super easy. Let me know in the comments, what did you think of this project? Did you like my LED choice? Would you have done something differently? I would love to hear from you. If you like this video, please like and subscribe for more. Happy holidays, and thank you for watching. Like and subscribe for more.